Ever wondered what would happen if you landed on Jupiter? Bad idea, my friend. Very bad idea. Jupiter is the king of our solar system. It's a gas giant. This means no solid ground to land on. Oopsie. Let's just say a trip to Jupiter wouldn't exactly be a walk in the park, more like a quick descent into oblivion. But hey, let's explore the gory details, shall we? First, let's talk gravity. On Jupiter, you'd weigh about 2.5 times what you weigh on Earth. That's right, your skinny jeans just became a black hole. Imagine carrying yourself and another person everywhere you go. Exhausting, right? That's Jupiter's gravity for you. Good luck taking a single step. You'd probably just collapse into a puddle of help. I'm stuck on Jupiter goo. Next up, atmospheric pressure. On Earth, we have a nice, comfortable atmosphere. On Jupiter, not so much. The pressure on Jupiter is thousands of times greater than on Earth. It's like being squashed by an elephant. A very large, gassy elephant. This intense pressure would crush you faster than you can say, "Houston, we have a problem." Literally. You'd be a pancake before you even knew it. Now, let's talk temperature. Jupiter's core is scorching hot. We're talking tens of thousands of degrees Fahrenheit. Not exactly beach weather unless you're a fan of spontaneous combustion. But as you go higher in Jupiter's atmosphere, the temperature plummets. We're talking hundreds of degrees below zero. Talk about extreme weather. So you'd be cooked from the inside and frozen from the outside. It's a lose-lose situation, really. Section 5. Atmospheric antics. Breathe deeply. Or maybe not. Let's not forget the air, or lack thereof. When we think about space travel, we often imagine the thrill of exploring new worlds, the excitement of discovering alien landscapes, and the sheer adventure of it all. But there's one crucial element we tend to overlook: the air we breathe. Take Jupiter, for instance. Jupiter's atmosphere is mainly hydrogen and helium. These gases create a mesmerizing dance of swirling patterns and colors, making Jupiter one of the most visually stunning planets in our solar system. However, there's a catch. No oxygen for us Earthlings. The very air that makes Jupiter so beautiful is also what makes it utterly inhospitable for human life. Trying to breathe on Jupiter would be like trying to breathe underwater. Imagine the sensation of your lungs burning for air, but instead of water, it's a toxic mix of gas. Except instead of water, it's a toxic mix of gas. This gas isn't just unbreathable, it's downright deadly. The hydrogen and helium, combined with traces of methane and ammonia, create an environment where human lungs would stand no chance. And instead of a refreshing swim, it's instant suffocation. Fun times. The moment you take a breath, your body would be overwhelmed by the toxic fumes, leading to a swift and painful demise. So, yeah, pack a lot of oxygen tanks. Actually, scratch that. Even with an endless supply of oxygen tanks, the pressure and composition of Jupiter's atmosphere would make survival impossible. Even with oxygen tanks, you'd be a goner. The crushing pressure, the lack of a solid surface to stand on, and the extreme temperatures all add up to a place where human life simply cannot exist. So, while Jupiter may be a fascinating planet to study from afar, it's definitely not a place you'd want to visit without some serious and currently impossible technological advancements. Section 6. The Great Red Spot. More than just a blemish. Jupiter is known for its iconic Great Red Spot. What is it? Just a little storm. A storm that's been raging for centuries and is bigger than Earth. No biggie. This storm is a swirling vortex of clouds, and it's so powerful, it could swallow Earth whole. So, if the pressure, heat, or lack of oxygen doesn't get you, the giant storm probably will. Section 7. A Symphony of Storms. Jupiter's Wild Weather Channel. And it's not just the Great Red Spot you have to worry about. This colossal storm, which has been raging for at least 400 years, is just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to Jupiter's wild weather. The Great Red Spot is a high-pressure region in Jupiter's atmosphere, producing winds that can reach speeds of up to 432 kilometers per hour. But beyond this iconic storm, Jupiter's atmosphere is teeming with other violent weather phenomena. Jupiter's atmosphere is a chaotic mess of storms. Imagine a place where the weather is in a constant state of turmoil, with storms forming, merging, and dissipating in a never-ending dance. The planet's rapid rotation, completing a full spin in just under 10 hours, contributes to this chaotic weather. This rapid rotation causes the atmosphere to be divided into several bands, each with its own unique weather patterns. They pop up all the time like zits on a teenager's face. These storms can appear suddenly and grow to enormous sizes in a matter of hours. Some of these storms are so large that they could easily engulf the entire Earth. The sheer scale and frequency of these storms make Jupiter's atmosphere one of the most dynamic and unpredictable in the solar system. Except these zits are massive and could rip you to shreds. The storms on Jupiter are not just large, they are incredibly powerful. The intense atmospheric pressure and violent winds can create conditions that are truly inhospitable. If you were somehow able to survive the crushing pressure, the winds and storms would tear you apart in an instant. We're talking lightning storms that would make Zeus jealous. The lightning on Jupiter is far more powerful than anything we experience on Earth. These lightning bolts can be up to 1,000 times more powerful than those on our home planet. The energy released by these storms is immense, lighting up the planet's atmosphere with brilliant flashes, and winds that could blow you off. Well, you wouldn't be blown off anywhere because there's no solid ground to land on. Jupiter is a gas giant, meaning it doesn't have a solid surface like Earth. Instead, the planet is composed mostly of hydrogen and helium, with the atmosphere gradually transitioning into a dense, liquid-like state as you go deeper. You'd just be whipped around endlessly. The winds on Jupiter can reach speeds of up to 620 kilometers per hour, far surpassing the strongest hurricanes on Earth. In this turbulent environment, you would be caught in a perpetual storm, with no escape from the relentless winds and violent weather. Jupiter's atmosphere is a place of extreme conditions, where the weather is a constant, chaotic symphony of storms. Section 8, No Solid Ground. Where's the beach? Imagine planning a trip to a beach, but instead of sand and waves, you find yourself on Jupiter. Oh, and did I mention that Jupiter doesn't have a solid surface? That's right, this massive planet is just a swirling ball of gas. It's just a giant ball of gas. Picture an endless ocean of clouds with no land in sight, so you'd be falling forever. Imagine jumping out of a plane and never hitting the ground, unless you hit the core, where you'd be instantly vaporized. The core is a mysterious place with temperatures hotter than the surface of the sun. Talk about an anticlimactic ending. One moment you're floating, the next, poof, you're gone. So, no landing on Jupiter, no strolling on Jupiter, forget about taking a leisurely walk or setting up camp. No setting up a picnic basket and enjoying the view. Imagine trying to have a picnic in the middle of a hurricane. It's just a big bad, no-go zone for us humans. The environment is so hostile it makes the most extreme places on Earth look like a paradise. Take the Great Red Spot for example. This massive storm has been raging for centuries, with winds reaching speeds of up to 400 miles per hour. It's like a never-ending hurricane, and it's big enough to swallow Earth whole. And then, there's Jupiter's magnetic field. It's the strongest in the solar system, creating intense radiation belts that would fry any spacecraft that gets too close. The auroras on Jupiter are beautiful, but they're also a sign of the planet's deadly radiation. Any mission to Jupiter would have to contend with these radiation belts. Even with the best shielding, the radiation would be a serious hazard for both the spacecraft and its crew. But it's not all bad news. Jupiter's moons, like Europa, offer some intriguing possibilities. Europa's icy surface hides a vast ocean of liquid water, which could potentially harbor life. Future missions to Europa could reveal some of the secrets of this mysterious moon. Who knows what we might find beneath the ice? So while Jupiter itself may be off limits, its moons offer a tantalizing glimpse of what lies beyond. The gas giant may not have a beach, but it has plenty of mysteries waiting to be explored. Section 9. Alien life, hold your breath, but you already are. Now, some scientists believe there might be microbial life in Jupiter's clouds, but let's be real, we're not talking about little green men here. We're talking about microscopic organisms that could survive the harshest conditions imaginable. So, unless you're a microbe with a death wish, Jupiter is not the place to be. Section 10. Jupiter, the ultimate no-go zone. So, to recap, Jupiter has crushing gravity, bone-crushing pressure, insane temperatures, a toxic atmosphere, and storms that could swallow planets whole. Oh, and it has no solid surface. Did I mention that part? In other words, Jupiter is the ultimate do-not-enter sign of our solar system. It's best admired from afar, preferably with a telescope and a very strong drink. Section 11. Conclusion. Stick to Earth, it's much nicer. So, next time you're feeling adventurous and think about taking a trip to Jupiter, do yourself a favor, stay put. Earth, with all its flaws and problems, is still looking like a 5-star resort compared to that gas giant. Trust me, you're better off exploring your own backyard. At least you can breathe the air there.